I said in the last level I appreciated there was a reason they didn't park closer to their destination. Well, in this level there is no reason for that. They just parked a really long, healthy jog away from the amusement park for no discernible reason whatsoever. This level feels a bit strange compared to the others in that you don't really do anything too important to the story inside the level itself, and the level is easily the longest in the game. The other levels being 10 to 15 minutes, this one being 20 to 30. Watchmen The End Is Nigh as a whole is about 90 minutes long, maybe slightly over that. And to reach that 90-minute mark, they clearly padded this level a bit. But it's not too noticeable, it's just like, oh hey, this level is a bit longer than the last one, huh? And then it goes back to the normal level length for the rest of the game. So as for the level itself, this level is the first time it's noticeable where the enemy characters will start to interrupt your attacks frequently if you don't do the combos properly. The rule from before is still in effect though. If you pull off, it will not interrupt you. But if you flub it, they will interrupt you. They just interrupt you more frequently in this level than previous ones. The skinny enemies in particular, if you flub a combo and use a heavy attack on the skinny enemies, are almost 100% guaranteed to interrupt your attack. This is also around the point where the enemies stop getting grabbed first, which makes the grab kind of useless. Overall, it's not an awful level. The enemy competence noticeably goes up if you're playing the game as a normal person. But if you're familiar with the game mechanics or are simply really good at picking the right combo for the right situation and never messing up your combos, you're probably not even going to notice the difference in enemy types. Like, you might not even notice they're more competent if you just get all your combos right all the time and never get hit from behind. Typically, this is the last inclusion of the large enemy types. They don't appear at all after this level, which I think is fair. There's not much more the large enemy types can do after this level. They don't interrupt your attacks as frequently. They're basically just bullet sponges, but for your fists. A maximum damage combo will take out a skinny enemy 100% consistently, but will not take out a large enemy 100% consistently. There's some minor variations in the enemy types I already mentioned, but all of the tactics basically just come down to, hey, make sure you use combos properly. If you're using combos properly, there's really absolutely nothing to worry about in terms of enemy types. I definitely think this is the weakest level in the game, and maybe the game would have been better if it stopped at 5 chapters, maybe excluded this chapter entirely. But then we wouldn't get the fat enemies for anything beyond one level, which would make their inclusion seem downright bizarre if they only appear in the one level. At least they appear in 2 levels with the game's current pacing. Now that we've discussed the game design itself, let's talk about Watchmen. So, it's obvious that the people behind this game read the Watchmen comic books and based the characterizations off the comic books instead of the film, while still trying to keep it reasonably faithful to the film for licensing purposes. But I really wish there was some kind of video game or film media that was more accurate to the comics. I understand that's hard because the comics are really messed up and it's hard to sell that to normal audiences.
I think they just, just put them in a game.
It's just sort of a big leap down a pit, the difference between the film and the comics. The leap is less large than the video game than the comics, but it's still quite noticeable. The comics are so much more intense. The sequel to this game is actually the closest any non-comic media gets to mimicking the tone of the comics accurately, but even then, it's still not exactly there. It's pretty close though. They did a good job considering they still had to try and sell the game to relatively normal people. The thing about this game though is that if you're a fan of the Watchmen comics, this game is cool and everything, but the story is not amazing or something you need to experience. But the sequel to this game, I would say if you're a fan of the comics, you should absolutely experience the story of the second game. The problem is the second game is ass. So if they could take the gameplay of the first game and transplant it into the second game, that would be great. It's not like they use a different combat engine for the second game or anything, it's just worse for so many reasons. And I'm sure that really wasn't the developer's fault, because based on the first game, I know they know how to make a good beat 'em up. But the second game uses so many assets and pads itself so much that it's absolutely awful as a video game. But as a story,
it's so crazy,
great.
like what they did with this.
It would just be cool if it could be both a good video game and a good story. That reminds me that this game and its sequel got bundled together for a physical release on the PS3, which is good. It's good that this game got a physical release because, you know, what if someday it gets removed from digital stores? That would suck. It was a digital-only game for a bit. But at the same time, I can't imagine too many people bought the collected versions physically. I don't know how well this game and its sequel sold, but I don't feel like it would have sold